What is up, ladies and gents? Welcome back to the channel. I am your host, JayNotion, and we are broadcasting, but not broadcasting from across the nation. I don't know what that is. Sparkly fingers. Anyway, we're here checking out the latest and greatest Star Wars Outlaws story trailer. Now, this is on the horizon. It's something that is not in the midst of Tatooine. Loads of you have said, Jay, have you seen the trailer? I haven't. So I'm checking it out with you guys here, right here and now. Super pumped to see a little bit more, and there's some gripes around the game and a little bit of worry, which is understandable, and we'll talk about that at the end. But for now, let's just witness the greatness that is hopefully going to be greatness in the story trailer. So without further ado, let's check it out.
Each of you represents some of the most powerful criminal organizations in the galaxy.
Hey, it's that guy.
Pikes, Crimson Dawn, Hutts. It's a golden age for the underworld. The Empire controls every corner of the galaxy, but they're distracted by a rebellion that won't quit. It's an opportunity to make millions.
Kay Vess, the underworld's favorite new scoundrel.
Graphics look great.
Need it last.
What do you want?
Zarek Besh. They're new, rich, and lethal. You crossed their boss Sliro, and now he wants you gone. Rob his fortune and buy your freedom.
This job, it's a death wish. I'm in.
Out here, you live and die by your reputation. You want to survive? Know the players.
You're new to this world.
What's your problem?
Come back when you're not.
Jabba, right? Look, don't try anything. I got a whole crew surrounding the... Okay, we're skipping that part.
For about as long as I can remember, it's just been me and Nix. Doing what we have to survive. This job is my one shot at freedom. But if we're gonna pull this off, we need the right crew. And the right ship. Yes! Hang on.
I hire you because you are one of the best hunters in the Outer Rim.
She's more connected than you let on, Sliro. Vess is mixed up in something bigger.
The Outer Rim is a dangerous place. Everyone is fighting for their piece of the galaxy. But all I want is to live free. So I'm gonna risk it all. Hold on, Nick!
Star Wars Outlaws, pre-order available now.
What do you guys think? I don't really know what the gist of that is. What makes me very, very anxious and nervous is that this is a Ubisoft title, or there's Ubisoft involvement, because everything they've touched in the last 3 or 4 games has been absolute dog water. So hopefully this is going to be a step in the new and correct direction. Lucasfilm Games is probably going to be the showrunner on it. I'm hoping Ubisoft are just going to oversee the open world elements, nothing else. But as you can see at the bottom here, it says developed by Ubisoft, and Ubisoft Entertainment. So this is a Ubisoft game primarily, and I think Lucasfilm has just slapped their label on it to say, look guys, you don't need to worry about it. We're involved, but they're not. It's Ubisoft. So I'm actually pretty worried about this. I want it to succeed. I'm a massive Star Wars fan. I just don't think we're going to get enough to feel comfortable from the trailer, because graphically it looks amazing. All the quirks are there. There's loads of different races, aliens. It looks like you can sort of traverse different planets, which you would come to expect from a semi to full open world Star Wars game. I thought you were going to be creating a character and taking that character through like your own story arc that's been pre-built into the game, but we're actually playing as this main character here. This is obviously a droid that we come across. Looks like one of the Empire's droids actually. But anyway, interesting to see how that falls in. But we've got the main female lead. I'm all for it if it's been written in correctly and it's been delivered correctly. I'm not against it being a female protagonist. GTA is going to be doing the same in GTA 6. All for it if it works and it fits the agenda and it works well. There's a big chunk of me that is worried about this, and if it's just going by Ubisoft's track record, it's in trouble. But also, like I said, I don't think we can get enough from the story trailer to gauge what the game's going to be like. There's elements of this that I really like the look of. It looks a little bit like Uncharted in some areas, with the traversal and some of the planet exploration and the vehicles. The cutscenes are very cinematic, as you would expect. Some great cameos in there from Jabba the Hutt. I saw some of the Inquisitors in there. I'm also trying to gauge what sort of time span this is in the Star Wars lore, because obviously Star Wars is very vast, the lore is vast, and you can make up side stories and things like that. But this actually looks to be set between the events of Empire Strikes Back and Return of the Jedi, because we saw Han Solo still in the iron casing, cladded up, all metal and ready to go. So he's not been unfrozen yet. He's still in the cryo freeze stage. So that's obviously between Empire and Return of the Jedi. So it's going to be interesting to see how, I think it's Cass or Kess, the main story protagonist lady, is going to fit into the wider Star Wars lore. I get the impression she's going to be doing lots of stuff for the Rebellion. She's going to be supporting Luke Skywalker potentially. And Leia potentially, I don't know, but it'd be interesting to see how this fits into the wider events that are happening in Star Wars. I hope we get to see a little sniff of Vader. I hope we get to see a little sniff of my man Palpatine.
Good.
But it looks like either way, they've christened us with some sprinkles of goodness with character cameos. So we're not going to be short of, oh my god, it's so-and-so throughout the game. Hopefully that's not overkill, and hopefully they don't just name drop and, oh look, it's Jabba, and oh look, it's this, and oh look, it's that planet, and the game itself is shit, because the game needs to still work and stand on its own 2 feet. We get to see a little bit more. We've still got some time, so it's not out until the end of August. There's a few gripes around the pricing of this one, so I've looked online, and the deluxe edition is going to set you back over £100. So the base game is at least £70. I think the store's got it for £75 at the minute. So it's fairly expensive. So that's what people are griping about at the moment. I think, in all honesty, for AAA games, this is the way they're going. You've got to imagine some of these games cost multi-millions of pounds, some of them billions with a B in terms of budget. And that covers everything from the production to the voice actors, everything that goes into it, the game engines. You know, you've got so many people that are involved in games of this scale. I think they are just going to keep going up, guys, as the hardware gets bigger and improves and is able to run these sorts of games where they're open world, amazing graphics, cinematography. You know, these are big budget pieces of entertainment. These are just as big, if not bigger, than some movies that are out there. I don't mind paying the £70 because I understand like the whole budget that goes into it. There's people that need to be paid, there's systems that they're lending to use to make the game, and I understand all that. As long as the game itself delivers, I'm not going to be happy if we pay £70 for a game that's riddled with bugs, that has a shit story, that's in your face with the character arc, that doesn't fit anything really lore wise, that's not really exciting, and anything really that holds it up is the fact that it's Star Wars. You know, we're not buying that shit anymore. We as gamers have evolved. We as gamers have grown in terms of the epicness of games that have come out over the last few years especially. And the bar's been reset. Final Fantasy, Elden Ring, God of War Ragnarok, you know, Horizon, all those games reset the bar every single time. Ghost of Tsushima, it just keeps being reset. And we're just not happy, are we, to just keep paying £70 to £80 for a half-baked game. Hopefully Ubisoft have not been allowed to get away with it, because Lucasfilm will be involved in this one, Disney as well, because this is a Disney title, you know, remember. Star Wars is now part of Disney, so hopefully they'll have more of a structured hold on it, and they'll steer it exactly how they want it to be steered, and it won't just be, you know, a mass exodus of issues from day one. I'm excited for the game. I'm just also a bit dubious about Ubisoft. I'm a bit dubious about what's it going to look like, how's it going to play, is it going to be truly open world, or are we just going to have regions and then it's going to be loading screens to planets, similar to what they did in Starfield? is how truly open world is it going to be? And so I take things that they say in production meetings and press conferences and media drops with a pinch of salt, because until we actually see the experience for itself, I don't believe it, because we've been lied to so many times, unfortunately, in different games.
Why the fuck you lying? Why you always lying? Oh my god, stop you fucking lying.
But let's see. Let me know in the comments what you think, guys. I am keeping this one on my radar. As it stands, I will look to get this on day one, but if anything puts me off the scent closer to the time, or anything else that comes out, I'm assuming we're going to get some gameplay reveals. State of play for PlayStation is coming next month, so I imagine this to have a big slot on there. Hopefully we get to see some gameplay, get to see some more information. Would love to get a demo on this. And it was very brave of Ubisoft to drop the Skull and Bones demo, because I hated it after I finished playing it, and it was true to the game. But at least it just shows they're up front, they're not afraid of hiding behind anything, and they want their stuff to be out there. So hopefully we just get an hour or so with the game in demo format, so we can really get to feel and understand, one, if they're telling the truth, and two, what the real game's going to be like. I think that would draw in more people that, like myself, are a little bit dubious about how much involvement Ubisoft has in this, but also Star Wars brand and things like that have been done to death over the last 3 or 4 years, and on most occasions been done badly to death as well. So hopefully it reshapes our thinking and it steers us towards being excited come August. But let me know what you think in the comments, guys. Are you excited for this one? Are you going to park it and, as me, wait a little bit till you get a bit more understanding, or are you going full Obi-Wan fanboy and have you pre-ordered it? Just let me know either way. There's no right or wrong answer. There's no right or wrong answer. Until the next one, take care of yourselves, and I'll see you again soon. Peace.